A live look at Piscataway, New Jersey at Shai Stadium. It's the Northwestern Wildcats and the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Thanks, guys. The Wildcats head coach told me before the game he knows that they have got one of the best wide receivers in the country, highly rated and experienced, but a young quarterback. They have tried to put some things in this week that will help them get the ball to their best target on the field. We'll keep you posted as the game continues. Guys?
All right, Holly. So Rutgers offense will have the football first. And here comes Austin Simmons. He had a tough game in that loss last time out. 3 times he threw picks and only 1 touchdown pass. At the 35, he's open. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Red pass, it's complete. At the 45, on his way. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. This is an explosive attack, and that last big play has them set up 1st and 10 from the 26. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
Talking to their coaches, they said, we are going to run the ball on the first drive of this game and really see if we can establish that line of scrimmage. You've seen that early so far, and after that explosive run, they've now set themselves up here in the red zone looking to score some points.
Simmons. Snagged out of the air. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face.
And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights.
And you knew his legs were a weapon, and he shows it to you right there, running it into the end zone. And this offense, man, they are a good offense, and they are in a good rhythm early in this football game. We talked about the quarterback. We talked about his speed. He can make these type of plays. And on the first drive, Palmer, the defense didn't have the answers. They better find some.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to find them, too, just because of that athleticism and just how he can attack defenses with his arm, with his feet, the different playmakers surrounding him as well. There's a lot to get prepared for in a week when you're playing against this offense, and I just think they saw everything there on that opening drive. They're going to have to do some soul-searching on the sidelines early.
Dropping back, it's O'Brien. Finds his tight end. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the ease.
There's a crease. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Finds his man. It's Black. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. And this almost feels like a free play on 2nd and inches. 3 wide receivers to the right. Off the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. He's loose. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Northwestern. Extra point here will tie the game.
This receiver is dangerous because of what he can do after the catch. Once he has the football, he is so good at making defenders miss. You saw it on that play.
And he puts through the extra point. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. Snags a quick pass on the left. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure...
Breaks into the open. At the 20. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Wildcats come out to get things going on offense. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Could not make his way to the corner.
The offenses want to get the ball to their playmakers really fast. And they try to throw the wide receiver screen, but how about the defender? He was right there in his space, got him on the ground as soon as he caught it. He was ready for that play.
He'll keep it on second down. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, and that's the hard thing about these QBs that can move and run all over the place and give you so many options is that didn't even look like much, but he chews up so much yardage and gets those little...
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Makes a nice grab at the 25. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Scarlet Knights start this drive. The offense looks ready to go. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. On the move, it's Raymond. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Caught in the backfield, it's Carter. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Going to get a stoppage here for just a second as Northwestern has an injured player on the field. Training staff checking out this junior defensive tackle. We hope this is not serious and he gets back in the fray shortly. And the Scarlet Knights come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. Quick completion on the out. Coming through with that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
And after that last completion left them with just a yard or so to go for a first down, how will they attack on 2nd and short? Throwing Simmons. Just a short pass to the tight end.
You know, I know it's... an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a first down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
They stop him just a link or 2 short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. The Scarlet Knights come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. He got an open man. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. And the Scarlet Knights will snap it on 1st and 10. The give to the left. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. 2nd down coming up. Both teams wanted to get the ball to their playmakers. Let's see how these wideouts are doing so far. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. They'll keep it on the ground. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down.
The interesting thing about these RPOs is it takes a lot of communication. You know, the quarterback sticks it in the belly of the running back, and the running back doesn't know if he's going to take it or not. And you could tell, took the football, got north-south, got upfield, got a great positive gain and a positive play for this offense.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Running inside. It's Raymond. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. Quarterback making checks. Lined up in the gun. Here's Simmons on 3rd. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
And here they come going for the 1st down on 4th and 2. Fourth down, Simmons. Snags it. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down, and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. The Scarlet Knights go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, State University of New Jersey.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
He'll bring it out. It's Farrell. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Pushes the pile for a couple of yards down at the 12.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the 1st half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Makes the grab. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a 1st down.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game. Got to put a few together. Need to get some points to cut into this lead right before the half.
Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's O'Brien. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Here's the pressure. Throws to the wideout. Hauls it in. That'll be enough for a first down. Is the 50 and gets it to the 48. At the end of that last play, there is still a Scarlet Knight player who is yet to get up. Northwestern moving the ball expeditiously. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Well, a nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they are inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they can break on these passes and maybe pick one off. Offense lucky that wasn't a turnover.
Finds his man.
Well, they're able to complete the hitch throw against man coverage, and hey, quarterback's got to be able to get it to him quickly because he knows that defender's going to be driving on the ball. So really nice job not hesitating, getting it to him, and then he gets what he can get after the catch.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw again. Got his man. They get him on the ground, but they'll move the chains. First down, Northwestern.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And a lot of times the fit up front, linebackers are fitting holes, and that ball bounces, and it's supposed to go somewhere, and sometimes it goes to a DB, and the offense will get a W. Like, they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
I like the idea on offense. You want to get this guy the football in as many ways as possible. So you throw him the screen quickly to see if he can make somebody miss. It doesn't work there, but that should not be the last time you run that play.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Northwestern will have to punt it away. They call it a coffin corner kick for a You really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Raymond. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. 9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. He's got it again. Picks up the first down.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
Here's Simmons to throw. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
It'll be 3rd and long. Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. Fires to the tight end. Gets it out to the 22-yard line, and that'll be enough for the first down. And the Scarlet Knights in the hurry-up.
Listen, at this point, the end of the first half, you're trying to generate some points. First downs are the most important thing. So a really good job there converting on that third. I love the decision by the quarterback. You kind of wonder, though, are they going to want to be a bit more aggressive and maybe start taking some more shots and attack?
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Unloads it downfield. And he's got it inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 26-yard line. And that one is why offenses are hungry for big, big plays. They've got it 1st and 10, threatening inside the 30. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Simmons. Oh, they're after him. He just threw that one away. Nobody was getting open. He had to live to fight another play in the red zone. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the defense is fast. If you can hit that quarterback with his speed and force those incompletions, man, that is impressive.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Simmons from the gun on 3rd down. They're working that left side. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Looking for an open area to his left. Oh, man, almost picked off in the end zone. What a red zone stop that would have been. It's 3rd down.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
They want to dance their way in on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Rutgers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. And he tags on the extra point. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Looking to throw, it's O'Brien. Finds his man, it's Covey. Works his way out to the 36-yard line before being pushed out of bounds. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. To the air on 1st down. Lost one deep down the right side. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. What do you got on the sideline, Holly?
Catching up with Northwestern's head coach at the half, they have got to start dominating at the line of scrimmage. Here to start the 3rd quarter, they have not been able to establish their run game. Being a one-dimensional team will not work on the road with this hostile crowd and this hostile environment. He said, we have got to start asserting ourselves up front and show that we can be the more physical team. I'll keep you posted on if they're able to do that here to start the 3rd. Reese?
Okay, Holly. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
The defense has been hanging on for dear life figuratively, now literally, and it draws a flag. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. From the gun, running back on the move. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It was starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Northwestern will send out the punt team. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, checking in from the home team sidelines. There is so much energy down here on the sideline. This running back has been on fire. They expected a big performance from him today, and he has delivered, just going over 100 yards already in this game. I expect them to continue to feed him the ball. I'll keep you posted from down here on the sidelines. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Right back to the well. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple of yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
Makes the catch. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Nice play by the defense, but now is a time they've got to be more consistent. They allowed this running back to go off in that first half, and moving forward now, they have got to try and take this running back away.
A little screen to the running back. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. I'm not sure he knew he had the face mask there, tried to let it go in time, but couldn't. It's a penalty on the defense. The Scarlet Knights trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Rutgers. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. They went 54 yards on that last touchdown drive. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Wildcats come out and set and ready to go. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
These are the plays that don't show up in the stat books, right? Like a great job. Look at him. He does an awesome job. Instead of taking the sack, clearly wanted to throw the football, scrambles around, get some positive yards.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little better.
Now the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. The short hands. It's Covey. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. The Wildcats come to the line with a new set of downs. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. He'll try to pop the draw. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air, it's O'Brien. Looking to scramble. Oh, he's got some space. Quarterback slides, and that is a punch to the gut to any defense to let a quarterback get out and move the sticks there. And the Wildcats have their offense in high gear. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. And the Wildcats have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Motion from the wideout. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Well, if you're the offense, 2nd and short, you're trying to take a shot thinking if you don't get it, you'll just run. But the good news is you didn't lose that many yards. So still 3rd and very manageable. You got to do a better job protecting your quarterback.
Using his feet. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's 4th down. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. He's going to throw deep right side. Caught!
And that is the advantage of having versatility at the running back position, right? It's 4th down. Everyone in the stadium thinks he's going to get the handoff, but because of his ability to catch the football, he's a weapon in the passing game. And on a critical down and distance like that, comes up with a huge first down.
Touchdown, Northwestern. And they take it in for 6 more points. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
And they tacked on the extra point. On the run from inside his own 5. Slips through the line. Oh, what vision. A dynamic return, explosive, and got loose on this kick coverage team, and they were barely able to keep him from taking it all the way. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, down here on the home team sideline, there is a lot of excitement right now on the sideline. I see their quarterback going up to guys and saying, let's keep eating. This is what they expected from him, and he has gotten them off to a terrific start. They've got the lead, and he has performed well. No big surprise. He is their guy, and he is showing that leadership down here today. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Austin Simmons, the play fake. Pressure coming. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. From the gun on third down, Simmons. And he can't pull the trigger, and that will be the final play of the third quarter. We wrap it up with a sack. They'll try to start this final period by putting a 3 spot on the board. And he'll kick for the 3 from 36 yards out in the right hash. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest of this way, and we looking pretty good.
Bunch formation for these receivers. Dropping back, it's O'Brien. He finds a dead spot in the middle. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The Wildcats can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
Looking for a big play. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got some room to run. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Here comes the Rutgers offense onto the field. And after that interception, things quite comfortable. Big lead, clock winding down. They should be able to take care of business here. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. They'll try the left side. Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons on third. And that's incomplete, a defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground, fourth down coming up. Now on fourth down, here comes the field goal team. Shank missed it. And this will... three-score game at 24.
Man, sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
The screen, he can go. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. Turns it on down the left side. Just what they were looking for, a huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
The trend continues for this offensive line from last week. They gave up 5 sacks last week. They've given up 4 today. The most important part of your offense is protecting that quarterback. They've got to do a better job.
Fires to the middle. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
Here's a heat. And it's a sack.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their...
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Fires deep toward the end zone. In the end zone, he's got it! Touchdown, Wildcats!
And how do you not love the guts of this offense? Fourth down, it's just another down, and what do? Stay aggressive, throw the football down the field, make the big play, get the big touchdown.
The deficit is huge, this one is all, but over they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick.
And it starts. Right, you got to kick the top of the football, get a good bounce, get kind of lucky, right? Like it's got to bounce off the guys, and the kick team was ready, pounced on the football, they got the ball and got some momentum.
Good quickness to grab it off the bounce, and they're able to make the tackle. Northwestern wants to go quickly. That's why everybody has to do the tip drill, DBs and receivers, and it worked out this time for the offense.
That's exactly what you want as a defender. Just get your hand on the football, let that thing bounce, and you see so many...
Snags it, and there's running room. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. The Wildcats peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6.
Well, here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone.
He caught it! Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Northwestern will line up with a 1st and goal. Wants to throw again. Rushes on him. And they got it.
Well, what a great job by the defense and phenomenal effort chasing down the quarterback, getting that sack for a huge loss, and now they're licking their chops, lining up in tempo. They're ready to do it again.
He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Wildcats signal for a timeout. That's their first. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line just trying to keep their hope alive on 3rd and goal. To throw, it's O'Brien. Under fire. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. Hang on just a second. I think they're going to try to get the touchdown here. Man, this could be a gamble, guys. They could come up empty. Takes a snap, wants to throw. Here comes the heat. And that falls incomplete on 4th down, but wait just a second. There is a flag, and this is a big call. And they'll... play by that defender as he makes contact with the quarterback well after the throw, and it'll cost his defense. And guys, bringing the heat is what any defense is about, but you have to stop short of making that official reach for his flag. Wants to pass. Bringing the heat. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled, and he's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception, but they haven't been in sync, and nobody's played really great, and they've got to find an identity on this offense moving forward.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Big fella moving. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Under fire. Touchdown, Northwestern! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. Final minute. This game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all.
There he goes. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide.
That's a nice job by this offense. Nice job putting the drive together late. This might seal this football game. And nice response. It's nice to be home, isn't it? Come back to the home crowd after you've lost a couple games. Get some mojo going back in your way.
The Wildcats have it back. The Northwestern offense headed out. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to free.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Northwestern right back to the line. Back to throw, it's O'Brien. Makes the grab. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. Plenty of fireworks in this one, a lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk blast, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
And it's amazing how much offenses will just boom in college football. So good, so many ways to hurt you, and you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And man, we saw that here today.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.